Hey guys, welcome to Team Oshigumi channel. My name is Klaus and we'll be doing deck profile of Touken Ranbu because of the whole new support and trial deck coming out for Touken Ranbu in I believe like February 2017. I was going to share one of my Touken Ranbu decks with you guys. Boom. Shout out to my friend Jasmine, like the world famously known Touken Ranbu player. Actually, she might not be world famous, but she's pretty well known for her Touken Ranbu in North America. Alright, so I play a playset of Mikazuki, a playset of Iwatushi, 2 copies of Hotoromaru, 2 copies of Torotachi, 2 Dismals, and 2 Screw You. I put these 2 guys currently because there's no G guards for Touken Ranbu. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, this is for strides. My bad for not saying that out beforehand. So, there you go. Alright, now I'll move on to the deck. I know currently there's 3 different starters, I believe, if I recall. I like to run Cashew. It's called Cashew, but I call it Cashew because it's freaking more fun. Let's start. I would like to start with the triggers on the deck. Unorganized, as you can see. I run 4 copies of Misuda critical triggers, 4 heal triggers, and a playset, 2 different playset of another crit. So I run 12 crit and 4 heals. I didn't run with. I know like people like to run draws and stuff in the triggers so they can have like defense and all sorts of stuff like the next play move and shit. But I felt that when I was playing Touken Ranbu, crit were more useful because a lot of other cards does the draw for you anyways, so there's no point. And stand triggers, I felt like crit was more important because 12 crits for life, baby. Alright, moving on to grade 1. Now I run 4 of was it Samanoji? Yeah, I run him because he's the unflip perfect guard. 3 copies of Horikawa, a playset of Nikiri, a playset of the Stride Fodder, and that's my grade 1 lineup currently. Alright, moving on to grade 2. I like to run playset of, what was it, Nakisune, 2 copies of the Masakuni. Masakuni is only good mainly for the beat stick. And last but not least, my bae, freaking Shishio. See, Shishio and freaking over here, the Nakisune will help you get to draw cards anyways. Well, not draw cards. Well, Shishio will help you draw the cards. Nakisune will help you like overflood, like technically stand, if you want to call it, your monsters onto the field. Because if it hits, you pay the cost. If you do, you draw a card and choose a card from your hand and call it to the rear guard. So hypothetically, let's say you draw this motherfucker, or you had it in your hand. Your attack hits with him, and you get to rewrite over him on the rear guard, and then you can attack again. So skip that fucking stand trigger because it's useless. Alright, moving on to my grade 3 lineups. For my grade 3, I run a playset of Surumaru and playset of Tombokiri. Now the reason why I use these 2 guys instead of the other ones that some of you guys might run is because Surumaru essentially will help me recycle my grade 3s just in case like I need it for striding or whatever. Tombokiri, I like to run it because his ability of attacking, when you attack, your opponent cannot block with grade 0s from their hand. So it kind of like makes them waste perfect guards, G guards, or whatever, what have you. And also on top of it, he has like that gargoyle ability where you get to increase, like when you're getting attacked, you can react to it. So with him, you pay the cost of like Counterblast and Soul Blast 1. You get to increase the attack point by 2,000 per attack. So, you know, like, there's 3 different monsters, you can, like, 3 different attacks coming, you can block it and accumulate until the end of the turn. Not until the battle, until the end of the turn. So those are the lineups I like to do. Like, personally, in terms of my experience with this deck, it does well against, I want to say, like, I want to say it's pretty good control. I think it's pretty good against like certain gold paladin decks I've faced against, like Gargoyle decks. I've done pretty well against it. Shadow paladin decks I've done in Diablo. I've done pretty well against it too. The ones you cannot fuck with this deck is like Gear Chronicles and Messiah decks. Not Messiah, Link Joker in general. But aside from that, I think it's pretty solid for what it is. I mean, it's not great. Maybe like I'll put it like towards tier 3, maybe tier 2. It depends on the player. But personally, I like it. I think it's good for what it is. But it could definitely be better. And with the new, new support coming up, it definitely will get the jump that it needs. Right now, currently, I think it lacks that late game control. But in terms of, it's pretty solid in early to mid game. And in terms of cost efficiency, I think deck's relatively cheap in comparison to some other ones. But if I were you guys, unless you're trying to, you know, play with it before the support comes out, I wouldn't buy it.